All right, we're going to be making a color wheel today. The first thing we have to do is transfer the template for a color wheel onto a sheet of watercolor paper. Now, I wasn't able to print this directly onto the watercolored paper, so you'll have to draw it. Now, you may not have a compass at home, but you probably have everyday items that we can use to get some of these circle shapes down. So the first part will be explaining how to create your color wheel template. So the first thing you'll need is a sheet of watercolor paper, that nice 9x12, the thickest paper in your student art kit. Also have the template out so you know where the colors are going to go once we get to painting it. And a pencil and a ruler will be helpful. The everyday household items that you'll need, I'm pretty sure everybody has, a can of soup or any canned good, and a bowl. A soup bowl, a cereal bowl would be perfect, okay? We're going to use those to get some circles quickly onto this piece of paper. Again, if you have a compass, if you want to get technical, if you want to copy this exactly, go for it, use some math, have fun. I want to paint. So I'm going to take a bowl, flip it over on the paper, and trace it. Okay, we're done with that bowl. Next, take your canned good. Center it, looking above from above. Best you can. Done. It's a little off, but it will work. What we're creating is a circular setup so that we'll then have a bunch of areas for colors to sit. Where they go is particular. It also helps to remind you how to make the colors. Now you've got a circle within a circle. Perfect. Next, take your ruler, estimate or put a dot where about the middle is that you can think of or where you see it. And you take your ruler and draw a straight line. Okay. Next, turn the page and make another straight line perpendicular to that one, going straight through your diagram. Okay. Now it might get a little tricky. It's not going to be a line next directly in the middle, but we're going to make 1, 2 lines so that each of these square sections will have 3 sections. Okay, so watch. This would be straight in the middle. But we're going to do a little bit off from there and go all the way through. And then a little bit off from there. If you have a see-through ruler, it sure makes it easier. And then the same thing over here on this side. If you make a mistake, it's no big deal. That's why you're working with a pencil. And you have something like this. It's not 100% symmetrical, but it will do. What I'm needing is the 2 rings and all these shapes. And how many shapes are there? There are 12 with 12 lines on the outside. The next thing to do is take something circular and small, like a pen, a bottle cap, and trace it around at the top of each of these. Okay, I'm just going to freehand it, but if you want to make it nice, you can nice and perfect, you can get something to trace. And I want these to fit. These are going to be where our basic colors are going to go. 12 of them. 3 primaries, red, yellow, and blue. 3 secondaries, orange, violet, and green. And then a bunch of tertiary colors. Those are the hyphenated ones that go in between, such as yellow, green, blue, green, and red, orange. So now we're going to have 12 colors on the outside, and then some other areas to mix some other things inside of. Lastly, before you're finished with this template, erase the pencil lines that are inside of the circles. Again, this is a quick and easy way to make a reasonable facsimile of the template that's included in your student kit. It doesn't look exactly like it, but it has all the same areas in which to paint. Okay, after you've got this all cleaned up, wipe the eraser dust off, and you'll be ready to start painting your color wheel. If you want to, you can also label it, but since you have a printed version right here, you might as well keep the areas clean and just reference the printed version. The one thing you do want to make sure of when you start is that you put the colors in the same location. So yellow is at the top. So there's your yellow put on the outside.